This is a little gazebo before. What's up, guys? This is Eric. Today I'm going to show you how I do a gazebo from start to finish. Today it's Saturday. Lucky me or unlucky me, I have to work over the weekend sometimes. First of all, I'm gonna have to match the installation of the house. This type of tile. It's a standard way concrete tile. It's called Auburn tile. Doesn't manufacture, and they manufacture tiles, small little tiles. They're cute little tiles that when installed, you know, they look nice. So the house over there the main house has a Auburn tile. So what I'm trying to do is match the color of the existing. So I got you through this. This time I've decided to use a self-adhere membrane. It's a leak barrier. It's called Weather Watch from GIF. So it covers about 2 squares per roll, and so no necesitamos. Now that I installed the edge metal, I'm gonna apply the peeling stick on top of it. So remember to use your to install the edge metal first, and then second the self-adhere membrane goes on top right here to make sure that the metal inner likes better. So I do a 45 angle right here on top, so that way it doesn't stand up or pulls back, you know, like a straight. So I'm going to stick my peeling stick. And now when I already peel my what I usually do here, I usually overlap the membrane, and then later I just cut it with my straight blade. Just follow the edge of the metal with your blade. That's gonna give you a perfect cut. Okay, and then when you apply the next one, since you already overlapped all the way to the hip, so you don't have to come all the way up here. A lot of people cut it right here in the hip, and that's wrong. In my opinion, it's wrong. You don't do that. So that's why you overlap here, and then you stick it there, and then you follow. You go around in circles. It's easier. Okay. So that way, always gonna give you a perfect cut. So you see how we finish here. So we just sticking with this salvage part, the salvage part. This is called salvage, and this is it's got glue, so it sticks to this. And Mauro, it's gonna cut it over there and align it, and I'm just gonna wait for him to align it. Now he's gonna peel the other side. I'm gonna lift it and then just walk it. Always walk ahead of the plastic. And then when you already know where you're gonna end up, so you just cut it a little bit and peel the plastic film on top of this. Which may have stepped on, and he gets stuck in here. You keep on rolling all the way around like a staircase until you get to the top, so that way you waste less material and it looks better. Number 2 is to install the felt underlayment, self-adhered underlayment, any underlayment. Install it all over. Okay, cover the entire roof with the underlayment. Do not install any metal, any wood, nothing before the underlayment, because this is what's gonna protect the house in case if you have a roof leak, a broken tile, or blown off shingles. So the underlayment is very important. So it's very important for you to understand what's underlayment for. You know, underlayment means it has to go on the bare wood. I saw a video where a guy installed the valley flashing on top of the bare wood, and then he put 2 layers of self-adhered on each side. I mean, that tells me that that guy probably got his license. He went to the school to get his license, but that doesn't make him a roofer. It's just a roofer was gonna what makes a good roofer is experience. Okay, so a lot of contractors out there, even though they have a roofing license, they don't have the knowledge. So in order for them to succeed, they have to get good roofers. So remember, being a licensed contractor, it doesn't mean you're a good roofer. Most of them, I bet you 80% of the contractors out there, they don't even know what roofing is. They just got their license and that's it. They just like what they do, but they don't know shit about roofing. Excuse my language. Step number 2, it's measure this 3 and measure the tile. This tile, it's 15.5. See it? So by code, you're supposed to give it about 1 inch. 1 inch. So I'm gonna give it 1 inch for the water to drip outside of the roof. So I'm gonna give it a 15 inch, the first one, 15 inch, 14.5. So well, I'm gonna give it about 14. I'm gonna give it a 14.25. So that way I have some and the metal that goes on top of the underlayment is called eave riser. I usually fold the edge of the eave riser like this, and then I cut this metal and I just push it, and then it interlocks like this. Okay, and then I put nails where it has the holes. Right now I'm just gonna hold it in place. Then later when I come to install the roof, I'm going to just put a cap nail for now. And then later when you're installing the roof, just put some ADs. Make sure they grab onto the fascia, so that way the metal doesn't look. You see? It relax like this. Alright guys. Right here you make a cut like this, and then you just bury into the new metal right there. Then push like this, and then you align it to the edge metal like this, and then you nail it. And then right here you're gonna grab your snips like this, and then you're gonna press. See on the inside, press, so you can tie them together, okay, like this. See? Also right here in the center, once you snap them together, you're gonna have to go like this. See it? It should look like this on the front. And last step of the preparation, you're gonna have to install a piece of either felt paper or peeling stick on top of the ridge board, and that's just to prevent water leaks. But anyway, you have the underlayment underneath, so it doesn't matter if you cover it or not. It doesn't make no difference. But just for cosmetic, so nobody can see the board. So when people look from down, it looks black. It looks all dark. So that's why I install it. I finish it with another type of underlayment because I ran out. I ordered 2 rolls and I came out short. For some reason, when the manufacturer says it covers 2 squares, don't believe him. So order more, okay? And even though that I didn't waste that much on overlap, and I was short about like 60 square feet, probably 50 square feet. But anyway, it doesn't matter as long as the underlayment it's first quality and complies with the roofing regulations. So it doesn't matter if you mix them. So don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. It won't leak. One guy the other day, he made a comment. He says on one of my videos he saw that I used two different kinds of underlayment. I did use them, but they both synthetic underlayment. So I'm according to code, I can use synthetic or I can use ASTM. I use felt. I can use anything that complies with installation. Like this time I use Owens Corning, and this is GAF. It doesn't make no difference. The manufacturer gives you the warranty depending on the installations. On the 3-inch headlamp, remember, any tile you're supposed to install a 3-inch headlamp. That means the other tile on the top has to overlap 3 inches on top of this one. All right, so make sure you read your books, and if you don't have books, well, watch my videos, and little by little I'll give you tips about this wonderful trade. It's called roofing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video when I finish this thing. All right, sayonara. This is a little gazebo, and it's done with Auburn tile. This is a little tiny tile that it's about 15.5 inches. So remember, for any tile you install, you're supposed to give it about 3 inches head lap, and it looks like this from the top. Very nice. Rojo did it. I didn't do it. I didn't do this tile, but Rojo did it. I think he did a nice job. Very nice. I'm just gonna top it off right here with mortar. When you get to this detail, don't leave it like that. You know, the original house doesn't have any mortar at all. They just didn't use no mortar, but the problem is the water goes little by little, and eventually make some penetrations. Right here we use a foam application. It's quick tip. I usually paint my fresh mortar while it's wet, so that way the paint is absorbed by the concrete, and it doesn't fade that quick. So throw a lot of paint on it, look shiny, and that's it. I'm just gonna I stop right there a little bit, but see the paint, it's for this color, so that way it doesn't look unfinished. Remember to paint your end caps while it's fresh, so that way when it dries out, you know the motor is gonna suck all the color inside and it's gonna last longer. So it's not gonna fade. A lot of guys they do it, you know, while the motor is dried, and then later on, you know, the sun fades it. So remember to give it a 3-inch headlamp when you have actually any tile in the world. It's supposed to be a 3-inch headlamp. Okay, I guide you through the steps how to prep it, and to install the tile should be easy. Just follow your chuck lines on the roof and install it. That's it. Just make sure that you break the tile in half. You see it? So you start with full, and then you start the other row and the other course and half of the tile, and see. So that way you stagger it. It's called a staggered. Um, well, this is a simple tile installation, so there's nothing I can tell you about it. Not much to say, but this is the way we do the ridge and the end caps. The ridge also give it about 3 inches headlamp. So make sure that your tile, you know, the first ridge goes underneath the other one like 3 inches and all the way to the ridge, and then you finish it like this over there. I'll take a video when I get to the ridge. This is how we finish the top. And make sure that before you do the make sure that before you top it off with the mortar, you seal underneath with concrete silicone for tiles. So that way, in case, you know, the motor cracks with the time, because it's gonna crack eventually. So at least it's not gonna leak, okay? Or if it leaks, probably it's gonna take 100 years or so. But anyway, right here I use a self-adherent underlayment, so this thing is not going anywhere. All right. So this is how it looks from the top, and that's the beautiful area on the back.